Alright, guys. It is Just Gaming here. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit. Well, you've probably seen the title. Why Diablo 2 was the best game ever. Uh, so, I'll tell you why Diablo 2 was the best game ever. It is, it's not from all the expected things like you would think, like maybe all of your items dropping, great drop rates, the ability to trade, which some other games are lacking. Um, it's not the difficulty or anything. It's pretty much good, just clear across the board. This game is really good, but I feel like the number one reason why it is the best game ever is because at its base core, this game it gives each individual character the ability to help out each other individual character, and that is basically where all other games fall short. Path of Exile falls short. Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 fall short. It's because uh, in Diablo 2, each character basically feels like a transformer character, you know. And you got five characters. They all merge into one character, and it's freaking awesome. Like, say for instance, my paladin here gives this concentration aura that increases damage for all other parties, all other party members. And say for instance, if I had a barbarian in here, he would have a high level battle orders to give me, which would increase my health. And yeah, that's it. It especially is evident in dueling. I mean, this game is kind of not what it used to be, of course, but back in the day, this was one of the best games to duel on, I think, because you could have a conviction paladin partied with maybe a blizzard sorceress or really any kind of sorceress, and they would lower the resist for they would lower the resist. The conviction would lower the resist, and then the sorceress would kill them. You know, or you could have like an Amazon with a javelin, and it would be really hard to survive getting hit because the Amazon would do such high damage, and the Paladin would put the conviction aura on, and you know, there's really nothing that you could do in a two versus one scenario. And then on top of that, you could have a barbarian with the Amazon and the sorceress, and it'd be even more powerful. They would all three complement each other, you know, and then or you put your paladin here with the concentration, my hammered in paladin. You put him with a barbarian, he would give you a shout, he would lower, or I mean, he would raise your defense, he would raise your HP and your mana, and he'd make you unstoppable. You couldn't be taken out by physical damage anymore. It'd be extremely tough, an extremely tough character. But all these. I mean, Path of Exile kind of has this thing with the Ura. The You'd have to basically put all of your auras in one character, and then they would just super boost everybody's resistances and all this. But it's not. It's just not the same. The characters don't feel nearly as useful You know, with the right team, you could pretty much take on anything. But you know, that's just where every other game just doesn't even come close. I feel like, you know, like there's a whole number of party members. Like if basically you get a full room in Diablo, your character is going to be super powerful compared if you were just to being there alone. You know. Sorry about the coughing, but you know that's all I wanted to talk about. Really, I just want to let you guys know that you know Diablo is still the goat, and the only reason Diablo is not what it used to be is because uh, well, the new Diablos are just nothing like the old Diablos. Basically, they're just World of Warcraft or you know something like this. They're Warcraft Diablo hybrids instead of just being Diablo. But yeah, I mean, you could have a summoner and a concentration aura, and then all of a sudden your summoner is now way more viable. You know, it's just especially in classic. I feel like it was that's mostly what I played growing up. Even when expansion was out, I still played classic. We didn't have the ability to do things like battle orders and battle commands and stuff and use them on like a paladin, for instance. You would have to actually go find an actual barbarian and get it that way. But I mean, Diablo expansion is still good. I mean, it's still the same game. I feel like just a little bit different. But you guys should let me know how you guys feel about this. I'm looking forward to the Path of Exile 2 coming out this year, by the way. Seems like a very nice game. It's going to be a lot cooler in this just because this game is incredibly old. It's basically the only reason. Uh, you know, and I suppose it's going to have some new stuff, but this game is just such a good base that you know it it can't even be compared to basically. Yeah, how this game is like 30 years ahead of its time. We're only just now getting to like Path of Exile, and that's probably the only game that I can think of that would even compare to a game like this. I bought Diablo 3. Mm, not very impressed. I never even bought Diablo 4 because I know it's just going to be like Diablo 3. It's just not even worth buying anymore, you know. I don't know if you guys feel that way or not, but yeah, Path of Exile 2 is kind of the new goat coming out, and Diablo 2 expansion is the old goat that is only being surpassed because of how old it is and how yeah, that's basically it. How old it is, and, you know, the graphics and such, but the base game is just I feel like it's just still worth playing to this day, which is kind of crazy. Blizzard, the original Blizzard, wow, you guys made Warcraft 3 even. I mean, that is. Could you imagine if they had a Warcraft 4, an RTS game with Warcraft 4 with the modern graphics? Then that, I mean, you can't even believe that they made Reforged as crappy as they did. But you can't even believe that. But I don't know how you drop a ball on it on a game like that that is still being played today. You know, but uh, yeah, let me know how you guys feel about this. Why exactly is Diablo 2 expansion still being played. Is it pretty much what I said? I think it's because the characters just feel so important, you know. Even the dying and like coming back to recoup your corpse, you know, it felt, and the stamina bar is just all these things just made your character feel like it was the only character in the world, you know. And like all the characters, the stats even they're trying to say that the stats are useless. You know, I don't agree with that whatsoever. I mean, all the characters had their own unique abilities, and they all felt like the originals. You know, if you had a super strong character, your character would feel like a god amongst the other Diablo characters. You know, but yep, yep, that's pretty much what it is. They somehow managed to make the characters feel like they were all original characters and they all felt useful. Even for instance, this you can make like a holy or what is it a holy bolt, holy bolt, a holy bolt paladin along with a defensive resist lightning, you know, and you would be like how I said before, they would have a conviction paladin and an Amazon, and they'd be in a dual room just destroying everything. And then I would come in with my resist lightning and my holy bolt, and then I would be making a level 40 character tank the Amazon that is like level 90 or whatever with a conviction aura on him because it would just override the conviction. I would just give him back up to 95 resist and be hitting him full life in one shot, and the Amazon could not kill him in one shot. So, you know, it is this is you're never gonna see nothing like that ever again. Even in Path of Exile, they're not gonna duel. The duels are not gonna be nearly as cool as that. You know, you could just make characters that were completely useless on paper. A Holy Bolt resist lightning character is completely useless on paper, but if you got them in a party under the right circumstances, they would just they'd be just making two level 99 characters not able to kill a level 50, level 40 character, and it was just crazy like that, you know. But anyway, if that let me know how you guys feel about this. We're To sum it up, all the characters are had their own. They're all transformers basically. That that's my diagnosis of why Diablo is just uncontested compared to all the other games in this generation. All right, let me know in the comments. Bye.